Hello, Penn Middle staff. This video is to help the staff that are on the differentiated plan update their individual professional development plan through iObservation. First thing you're going to want to do is log in to iObservation like you normally would. Once you get into there, this is the main page. Once you get into that, go to Observations and Save Drafts. What should have happened is I should have approved a individual professional development plan for you. This is my working copy here for myself. Your name should be right here and it should say individual professional development plan. What you want to do is hit continue. Now, what you did earlier in the year over on this left hand side is you wrote down your goal statements. The one that you remember is, I have one here, you'll have one that's specifically for you. I will use formative assessment in my classroom every day. Items such as exit slips, KWL charts, technology feedback, and whiteboards would be used most often. And so to go back in between, I hit top there. And then my connection to the framework for teaching, this is 3D using assessments and instruction. You've already done all this. The big thing here that we're going to be working on is the action steps. And this is very informal. All you'll do is you'll click on here. Now I have a couple entries already. I'd like you to do 1 or 2 a month, but more of a history. And it's not about reporting to me. It's a history of what your goal statement is and what you're doing as a self-study. I have here October 18th, went to demonstration on Nearpod during the professional development. Then on the 23rd and the 30th, I fictitiously talk about I'm a teacher. I use Nearpod in my Algebra 1 class. I borrowed it from Supernovich and Hodge. And then I want you to, here's the important part, I want you to reflect on what you learned from where you're at and what you're doing. I wrote in here, students were actively engaged and motivated. I didn't feel as if I were an information giver. Students help each other and were more persistent with the subject. Will this student excitement continue with Nearpod? So now I move down here to November, and I after discussing formative assessment strategies with my PLC team, my next step is use of exit slips. Next week I will use an exit slip one day asking one content question, the other one a reflection question. I can assess content and student opinion of their skills. So now I may want to add something in here. I could say exit slip complete. Students showed mixed levels of understanding. So you may think as a teacher that our kids get it, but they don't. This will tell you. I mean, this is just like it's not like collecting 2 pages of homework and checking it every day. This one exit slip can help you do that. You can also say, students also graded themselves honestly. So then you could be looking and saying, hey, they're saying they only understand the concept out of 1 out of 5. Maybe they understand it 2 out of 5. Well, that tells you maybe you need to go. If more than half the class is telling you that, you may need another day on that concept. That's all I'm looking for. This person here talked about what they're going to do, and then they followed up with some reflection. So, I don't want a book here. It's more about it's a history of what you're doing each month and how you're researching your goal statement. Don't feel like I'm looking for any specific content. I don't want 1 sentence each month, but I mean, I'm not counting sentences or counting words. I want it to be meaningful for you as a teacher. So please do this when you get down to this part here. You want to save a draft. Up here you'll click on Save Draft. Okay, and then you can also save and close. But before I do that, what you want to do is, when we meet come January, we'll just sit down and we'll go over it. You and I will go over your what you put in each month. So please do that around twice a month would be my goal, and then we'll sit down in January and see how the goal statements are going. If you have any questions, please see me. I'd be happy to sit down and show you what you need to do. Thank you very much.